What is going on, guys? Back with another video. So when it comes to bringing together cult-like communities who will be with the project to the end, you cannot get close to the meme coin narrative, guys. It is the reality of this market. Meme coins are here to stay, and the growth and the new money that flows in from new meme coins, the likes of, that we've seen recently with Doge, is insane, guys, right? And nothing's going to change. This is only going to continue to grow, guys. Today, I'm going to cover 10 trending hype cult-like meme coins, some of which I haven't covered before, some of which a lot of my community have brought to my attention. And again, that is a good thing, guys, because I do like when people comment new projects or projects that I haven't recently or, taken a deep dive into. So today, we're going to look into 10 potential 100x cult-like meme coins, guys. These are going to include some higher projects and also some projects with some tiny, tiny market caps. So anyway, guys, let's get into it. The first one, guys, which is probably the best current cult-like community, is Doge DJI 6930. Doesn't need much of an introduction. Now, this is currently on a discount, guys. It's currently 43 million in market cap. So it is seeing a little bit of a sell-off. But at the end of the day, guys, the amount of new people this project has brought in is insane. It has been one of the best, performers, and it has been one which this community is still consistent. They're still, pushing this. They're still active, and even though it's down around 50% from all-time highs, it still shows a lot of strength, right? So, solid here, 15,600 holders. And the main thing is, guys, is the team are still active. They're still pushing this out. They are still pushing this whole manifesto, this whole goal of flipping the Dow Jones and putting the power into the people's hands, guys. So again, this narrative is something which does relate to a lot of people. And at the end of the day, it is one which I do expect to stick around. Obviously, guys, it does come with higher risks because it is a newer project, but we're getting more and more people continue to push this every single day. This community just seems to grow stronger and stronger. And this group here are everywhere. They are everywhere on YouTube. They're everywhere on X, and they're just pushing this project. So in terms of the biggest cult-like community, this is definitely one of the biggest that I've seen in recent times. And the second one, guys, is one which is also seeing another big sell-off. I think this is down around 60% from all-time highs. MOMO, and it could be good entry, guys. Of course, not financial advice, but we're seeing the holders increase at a very good pace, very close to 10,000 holders, currently $16 million in market cap, guys. And the reason I like this is the narrative, the first female Shiba, Bonks sister. And again, take the pink pill. So there's a lot of good narratives here, guys. You firstly got the whole aspect that the community are going to believe this can become the next Shiba. And they're also going to tie this very closely to Bonk as well. And in terms of the character is amazing. It is very good. With this whole pink theme as well, it does give a new twist that, we haven't really seen in the past. It does have some good listings as well. And, ultimately, what I do like about this, it reminds me of Doge DJI is the community, because even though it's seeing a bit of a sell-off, they are still continuing to push this out there. They've had a lot of good updates. Their holders are increasing. They're also being listed on more exchanges, and they also do donations to different charities as well. So a good meme coin, and I do expect this to have a big comeback, guys. Of course, those come with risks, but with the people backing this, with the narrative, this is one which I do really like. And they also paid for fast tracking on CoinMarketCap, so that is a good touch as well, guys. Now, the third one on the list, guys, this is, I would say, probably the most undervalued meme coin across the whole board, guys. LOOBY by Stephen Bliss. This is something which nobody is talking about apart from me, and I'm just confused as to why. Because when you understand who is behind this meme, guys, when you have a look at the character LOOBY, the character looks insane. The website is very high quality. You've got all these different meme coins, and again, guys, this is created by Stephen Bliss. If you're unsure who Stephen Bliss is, he is the guy who has basically made some of your favorite artwork from some of the biggest titles, right? Grand Theft Auto, Bully, Red Dead Redemption, different magazines, commercials, fine art, pretty much everything you can think of, right? He's a big name, and he is behind this project, guys. He is behind LOOBY. And what he does as well, which is different to a lot of other projects, they also double down as an art coin. So they do regular artwork, regular sketches, and this is just undervalued on an insane level. And I do not understand why no one is talking about this, guys. And what you're going to see is, obviously, as we get closer and closer to news regarding GTA 6, this one, guys, is a no-brainer for me, right? And eventually it will pick up. I know it might be slow right now, but they also have these targets to also release a comic book series. They also recently released NFTs, and again, you can buy these as well. So this is definitely one to check out, guys. This is made by someone who has massive expertise, and they've stuck around, guys. This is the main thing. You know, it's 8 months old, but they have still stuck around. They're still active, and I do believe this will turn around and have a massive, massive recovery, guys. And you're still very early. 2,000, over 2,000 holders as well. And these are, people who continue to be active. So this is definitely one, guys, LOOBY by Stephen Bliss, to keep on your radar. And, you're getting it at a very cheap price. So the next one, guys, on the list is Baby DOWGE. Again, this is one I brought to you at around 50,000 in market cap, and it shot up and did around a 60x in less than 48 hours. Since then, it has come down, guys. You do need to understand this is the norm. Obviously, DOWGE, the main DOWGE, is also seeing a bit of a sell-off. So obviously, this one is also going to have a bit of a sell-off. Again, similar to DOWGE, has its own manifesto, has its own goal to flip the Russell 2000. As I've said, this was what initially drew me into the project, because when you see something, when you see a goal, the flippening on the front page, it does give you confidence that this can potentially perform well. So this is another one which I do think can make a comeback. The team are very active, and we're seeing more and more people start to talk about this now. But yeah, this was insane. This did some insane gains. Next one, guys, is Troll, and this is another one which has just exploded and really performed well. Currently nearly 200 million, so it is very big in market cap, and you should have been getting this lower, but there's always more and more opportunities. And the reason, guys, this is such a simple project, this troll meme is famous, and again, what they've learned from is to have this sort of flippening, this sort of goal here, progress to target. You've got Pepe, and then you've got DOWGE, right? So 22.4x to Pepe, 156x to DOWGE. And it's a nice touch because the community are going to continue to believe that this is possible. The X also nearly 16,000 followers, very good content, very good engagement. And, this is another one which, potentially can go to the billions. So definitely another one which, it's already moved aggressively, but it is one that, could definitely go to the billions. But there are better ones to invest, better prices, in my opinion, at this stage. Next one, guys, is one which someone in the comments did mention quite a few times. There's been a few people, F9to5, right? So from the name, I could tell what this was going to be. And I looked at the website and I immediately really like this project, guys. Again, this whole narrative of putting power back into the people's hands, guys. At the end of the day, this is why the majority of people get into crypto, right? You want to make a change, you want to have that goal, and I just think a meme coin like this really does play into that narrative, guys, right? So you've got here a very good theme here as well, and they've got a whole manifesto here as well, and it's pretty deep, right? And it's something that most people will relate to. 9 to 5, and basically escaping this whole matrix, right? So there is a big use case. They've also got this sort of community, this cult-like following behind it as well, which is really important. So first impressions of this, guys, is really good, and I did actually see that they do have merch as well, which is impressive, because people who hold this project will buy the merch. In terms of the X, nearly 2,000 followers. In terms of the holders, 3,400 holders. So quite impressive in terms of the holders, around 3 months old. They're still active in terms of posting. And yeah, it's one which I do think is undervalued, and I do think could have a comeback. I really like this narrative. And yeah, it is pretty undervalued at 2.5 million. So time will tell, but I do like the whole narrative behind this. Next on the list, guys, is another one which did see some massive gains recently. Trash Coin, since then, come down to 3 million in market cap. This one has around 8,000 holders, guys. And again, it's sort of a new narrative. Trash basically going into one man's trash is another man's treasure. And basically, it says here, it's just a trash can full of trash. Even the website is trash. I couldn't be bothered to buy a domain, so I use Wix's trash domain. So again, very simple, catchy narrative. So yeah, it looks all right, this whole narrative. So yeah, again, it does have quite a big cult-like following. I've seen quite a lot of comments on my videos from this, and yeah, it looks interesting. I think they've got some decent listings as well, and it is down from all-time highs quite significantly, but time will tell and see if this can make a big comeback. Next on the list, guys, we have AWR, all will retire. This is another one which quite a few people were commenting on my videos, and it does remind me of F9to5. 6 million market cap, so it is a bit high. It does have quite a lot of holders, 7,300 holders. And again, ties into that narrative of, building your future, retiring, supporting your independence. And again, I like the narrative, right? It's got a vision here as well: individual empowerment, organic global growth, community driven. So, that's another thing I like, is this cult like community following that they have. So yeah, looks good. It looks as if they have still been active. They've also got merch as well. So again, a nice touch. 5,000 followers on X, and they are still active. So again, I like the narrative. It seems as if this is the community who are posting this as well, and this is how you get sort of adoption. This is how you get mass adoption, and yeah, I do think this could definitely have potential. So yeah, like the narrative and could do well. Next one, guys, is one which is tying into the site ecosystem, guys, which is very quiet currently. No one is currently interested in this ecosystem. Millie, this is one which I was bringing to you around 700k market cap, and it did have a massive surge, I think all the way to 6 million. Since then has come down around 50%, and I do think this could be a good buy, guys. Of course, not financial advice. Now, for me, guys, this is, I would say, the best meme coin on Sai. I think it's proven itself against Cyan. It's the first dog meme coin on site. As we all know, guys, dog coins are the main coins, the main meme coins that do well. Website is very good. It also has a Mexi listing. And I just like the website overall. They do regular buys as well. And ultimately, they are very active. They post very frequently. They've got good memes. And yeah, it's one to definitely keep on your radar, guys, because I do think this is one which, once Sai has a comeback, which it will, this is going to be one which is going to move very aggressively, and it is one you should definitely keep on your watch list. And finally, guys, another one that someone from the community did bring to my attention: Millennial, $1.4 million in market cap. This is another one which has come down quite significantly. 2,500 followers, and essentially this is going to relate to people, millennials. All this website is really cool. It brings back a lot of memories. You've got all these different memes here, from back in the day, and then you also have these toys, guys. I'm sure you might remember this Tamagotchi, which everyone had as a kid. And you've got MTV, you've got Game Center. These are all games, likes of Snake, Minesweeper, Tetris, Pac-Man. So yeah, I think the website is pretty cool. 1,000 followers on X. They're still active, they're still pushing out content, which is good. And yeah, it's something that a lot of people are going to relate to. So yeah, guys, there you go. There are 10 trending cult like meme coins that I do think have up to 100x potential. Some of these are very small in market cap, guys. You think of something like LOOBY, guys, ties into that whole GTA narrative, very undervalued. It's one to definitely keep on your watch list, guys, because it is very cheap. You're pretty much getting this at the bottom, very close to the bottom. And of course, the likes of DOWGE, which MOMO. You've got other top coins in this list, guys. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know other ones, other cult like coins, guys. I always like to hear your thoughts and your recommendations. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and drop a like, and I'll see you soon for the next video.